We're on the brink of like 70-pounders, aren't we?
Yeah, very close.
So Spooner's 80 cup this week, so he still hasn't had one. We've got 12 here.
You know, that looks like a turd on the floor. So he's pissed to left, to the right, and left a steaming turd in the middle.
He's had a proper protest.
Yeah, he's had a right. So then I've gone and looked at him, called him a twat. He's eating a whole box of gleaming white teeth. He's got teeth like Regan. Well, he's got a thing with carp slime.
Oh, right.
I go, pick it up. He went, I can't. I went, don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
Pick it up. He went, I went, it's fucking £30 pick it up. Mm-hmm. It's like you're casting out in daylight. Your brain thinks it's daylight. That's how it works. That's how I can describe it. And you're just putting it out there where you would be fishing anyway.
And you're not questioning it. You know it's right.
There, and you're on it. And it's like an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
And if you're not using them, you are at a severe disadvantage.
Thinking Tackle Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Thinking Tackle Uncut Podcast. As you can see, Tom is missing, which has caused us a right load of aggro this morning, if I'm honest.
It has a bit, especially as he's done a sickie.
Snivelling little cold. He come in here yesterday.
What you were going to say?
Yeah, I thought you could.
I was going to go full on him. He come in here yesterday, snivelling about. He sort of said, I should be all right for tomorrow, I reckon. And he just knew, didn't you? He's not going to be in today. But he said he was going to be, and he's not. So he's caused us a bit of ag because we were going to talk all about your epic session in Doudeur. We've got loads of notes written down for it. We've got lots of interesting stuff to talk about.
I could talk about it on my own, but it's not the same.
No, we'll save it.
We lived that together, you know.
We'll rely on Damo's knowledge today. I'm sure he's got plenty. You're
all in trouble.
Yeah. So it's going to be a bit of an ad hoc one. We've obviously had some big change recently with the clocks going back. So we're going to look at what that does to everybody's fishing, how it changes it. Basically just trying to encourage people to start their fishing because they're there to be caught, aren't they? Mm-hmm. So we're going to do that. But first of all, we're going to get into the Spooners 50. Again, Spooner, I'm sorry, but there's plenty more again.
Good. Keep them coming.
There's that many that I've actually had to divide them up, and we've still got some to use for next week. So
I was close to one this week.
You was close to one?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was fishing a lake with two of them in, and there's about that much water in there.
Oh, right, okay.
But you still failed.
Still didn't catch one.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Let me have a little look at my list here. I'm a little bit all over the place. So we've got...
Hang on a second. We're running a bit behind, aren't we, with these?
We are slightly... That's what I just said. We're slightly behind. We've got a few still to go, but we're trying to keep them 3 or 4 a week. We don't want to give everyone the best possible chance, basically. We don't want to flood a load up and then someone could miss out when they could have a chance of winning. So I think 4's a good number.
So if you've sent one in the last month and we haven't shown it...
Don't worry. It's going to go up.
Okay, that's good.
It's going to go up. So up the top left there, we have got Steve Hampson, and that is £50.10 from a non-publicity water, and that was right at the death of a 5-night blank. So that's nice, isn't it?
That fish looks like it can ruck. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. It just looks solid.
Powerful old beast.
Powerful. Nice brain.
And then we've got top right, we have got a mate of yours, Spooner, I understand.
Yeah.
He won a comp to fish with you. I don't know how long
was that. Last prize, was it?
No, first prize was 48. Second prize was 3 days.
Yeah, so that's from... are we allowed to name that place?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's from Northwick, and that's £53, and the carp is called...
That's called the carving, that one.
Carving, you can
that
see
is
why.
A mega carp.
That is a mega fish.
Well, after obviously winning that prize with you, he was lucky enough to get a ticket, and thank God he did.
Yeah.
Because look at
that. I mean, that session I spoke to him, he had the one bigger that I wasn't fortunate enough to catch. He had the Ziplin at 42, and I think he had Cassius at 42 as well, all in the space of like a few hours.
Well, that place likes him then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool carp that.
Good man.
Very cool carp. And then we've got... What have we got here? So
bottom left, another place I fished.
You do know that. Bottom left, so that is going to be...
That's Grumpy from Burners.
That is Grumpy from Burners, and that is £56, 12 ounces.
What the geese rolling it's called Grumpy?
Yeah. He doesn't look that happy with it, does he?
It's probably quite heavy though, that. That's a big old fish.
It's a big fish.
That's one
How
we
big
know.
was it? 56?
£56.12. A proper monster.
Ooh, we might see that, mightn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And then last but not least, we have got Kevin Nicholas sent this in for his mate Gary Wedge, and it's from somewhere called Cokin Farm, and that's £51.10. I really like that carp.
Yeah, it's a nice carp.
Really nice carp, isn't it? Super long.
4 lovely fish.
That's a tough one. I think. Did you get to choose last time, Damo?
No, I had the casting vote at the end because
you did. Let's see whether
decision.
Spooner. What are you saying?
I'm gonna have to go for the carving.
Yeah,
I love that fish.
Stick with your mates.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough, Damo.
I'm going to agree. That's a really, really nice carp.
Well, there you go then. I've been outvoted there.
What would you have voted for?
It would have. I think it would have been either that or the one from Coking Farm there, that super
Bottom
long
right.
mirror, looks really nice, doesn't it? So well done, Christopher Bentley. You have won yourself a Spooner's 50 mug. So congratulations.
Well done.
Good angling.
Good stuff, and keep them coming.
Rub it under his nose next time you go down there.
Yeah, I was going to say, was it a bit of a tuition type thing, or just literally a comp?
No, it was. I'll tell you what it was. Through COVID, friend of Damo's, a guy called Dave Parkinson, or Stomper as he was better known as, sadly passed away, and he had a ticket on Northwick, and Carl wanted to help raise some money for Dave's family. So we did like a couple of spaces to an auction, couple to a raffle to fill the lake up with anglers, and all the money that we raised went to Dave's family, and he was one of the winners. But it was weirdly, it went on from there, because unfortunately when we turned up at the lake, I saw what looked like a carp on the far side, walked round and found a fish called the Advert, which was about 38 pounds on its last capture, and it had been ottered. So that started another fundraiser where we did another thing similar to help raise money to pay for the fence, and that's why I was there this week.
Right,
so it's all come round in a nice big circle.
And now it's all fenced and protected for the future.
Fenced, and it is,
Brilliant.
It's such a special little lake, and it really is a little lake. I think we've discussed it before. When you get one of these irrigation ponds, effectively, that turnover of water just creates massive carp.
It does.
I don't know the science behind it. I should probably speak to Simon Scott, but it had James's in back in the day that went 50.
That's a freak, wasn't it?
That was a freak. It's now got 2 50-pounders in there probably, the carving, another fish called Layer. There's probably another 7 or 8 40s, but there's also, I reckon there's 35 30-pounders. There's more fish over 30 than there is under. There's 65 carp in there.
And like you say, you're never too far away from them either, are you?
No, I was there this week. The water level I've
He's
never
always
seen
far enough away.
They're safe. The 50s are like, whew, thank God. Enjoy today.
But so I was down, that's where I've been this week. I've done a couple of nights. I caught 2. I caught one actually that I didn't recognise.
Really?
Yeah, and I've landed it. I've done the pictures. And I'm sure I've not had this fish. So I sent it to Carl. And he said the season that I left, it got caught by Sean Fretwell on the Queen Jubilee weekend at £3. It'd grown on in there.
Crikey.
And in a few years, it's now £23.
Jesus.
Do you know, Carl put one of his fish out of his pond in there in the last day of July, little fully scaled thing, £3. It got caught 2 weeks ago and it's already £7.
Really?
The place is ridiculous.
There's definitely something in that irrigation reservoir thing you're saying about, isn't there, Damo?
I think, the exchange of water is a big thing, isn't it? But carp are just getting bigger and bigger all the time.
They are, They're eating a better diet.
We don't have cold winters anymore.
No. Berners is another place.
Yeah.
They lose half their water every year. And what's that going? 50, 40 pounders?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
We've never had it so good, have we?
No.
We sort of, there's that, there'll be a lot of anglers that miss the old days. I mean, you were living them, weren't you?
Yeah, very much so.
I don't miss him that much.
But it's a different era. When you look back, I think, at places like Raisbury, for argument's sake, you had 20 carp in 110 acres. Every single one of them was from the outside looking in, I was never going to fish somewhere like that. It looked like a lifetime achievement to catch something from there. And you'll get people that miss those days, but then you've got people like me and Tom that will be on Raisbury now, sitting on the half of the lake, 70 acres, fishing for a new strain of fish, but loving every single second of it.
It's not comparable, is it?
No,
totally
not at all.
It's like that thing, isn't it? Often say like the 20s have become 30s now, haven't they? And the 30s seem to have become 40s. It's like, where does it end? Like, all of a sudden, is a 50-pounder going to be the equivalent of catching a 40-pounder now at some point? Because there seems to be more and more.
We're on the brink of like 70-pounders, aren't we?
Yeah,
very close.
There's 2 lakes which I know of which are really close to doing that. So maybe in 5 years' time, 70-pounders will be.
Yeah.
I'll eventually catch a 50. Like, you've only caught a 50.
Yeah.
Where's your 60?
We'd be like, so Spooner's 80 cup this week, so he still hasn't had one. We've got 12 here. No, I think there's definitely something in that. It's like even with the record thing now, like the conversation's quite wide, isn't it? It used to be like that one fish could do it this year. That fish might do it. Now it's like there's multiple fish that could do it, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
At the right time of year.
And I think, I don't know the lakes that Damo's talking about, but I think there are carp out there as well that are not publicised that are also very big.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
you're not going to hear about.
Yeah.
Long may that continue.
The cloak and dagger stuff. I'm loving that on the rivers at the moment, hearing all sorts of little stories.
Where we go.
Half of them are probably not true, but they just keep you sitting there thinking they could be though. They could be in here. Like, why not?
Yeah.
When we were kids, there was always a big common, weren't there? Whatever lake you fish, there was always the elusive
mythical
big common.
Big common.
Yeah. But as a kid, that daydreaming, that dreaming of what if, I think that's still just as real now.
Yeah.
Just slightly, like you say, slightly different, slightly elevated, maybe.
I love that bit in on Tales River video where he says he's speaking to that guy who's a non-angler in his garden that sees him come past, and he looks down, he's got like a 25-pound mirror, and he goes, oh yeah, that's the usual ones that swim around the garden. They're in half some bigger ones though. You can imagine you'd be like, how big? How big are they? It's great, isn't it? But yeah, that's cool. Right, so moving on. Oh, I'll tell you what we have got, Damo. We've got a quick funny story from you from this morning, which is why you were late as well.
We've made you keep it.
Yeah, we didn't have it.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
So I thought I'd get up at 6 o'clock, get in here for sort of 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Crept downstairs, opened the kitchen door, and in the half light I'm looking in, and there's like, my eyes are attracted to the floor, and the dog sort of lives in the room off of the utility, the other side of the thing, and I've obviously taken him out for a wee yesterday evening, brought him in and not shut his door. So like, that looks like a turd on the floor. So like,
no. Carpet or floor?
No, it's like tiles, not too bad.
Okay.
So, and then I've looked left and I can see we've got like these floor tiles things, and I can see the light reflecting in the gaps. So I'm thinking that's not normal. That's liquid, isn't it? I look right. So he's pissed to left, to the right, and left a steaming turd in the middle.
He's had a proper protest.
Yeah, he's had a right. Yeah, well, he's just run riot, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So then I've gone and looked at him, called him a twat, and I'm thinking, what are all them? Looks like crisp wrappers in there.
No.
Yeah, I thought he hasn't, like, because there's a bag of crisps on the back of the door.
He's had some mates round.
Yeah, right. So then I took no notice of it. I was gagging. It was that bad. It smelt that bad, right? So I've run round, cleared it all up. Had to mop the floor and all the rest of it. I've got all the windows open, like dry. Anyway, I've gone in the. I've opened his thing and I thought I better get them out because he'll end up eating them. I looked at it. He's eating a whole box of dentist sticks.
Oh my god!
A whole box.
No
brand
way.
Oh
new box. Mate.
My god!
I don't know how many's in there. It must be
Quite a few.
30 or 40.
No wonder he's unloaded in the night.
Jesus.
Mate, so I've gone in there and then there's piles of sick. Right, so like these little. It's like green MDF, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dentist sticks. So he's chopped it all up. He's overloaded himself, and he's just left piles of it everywhere. So it's taking.
His breath smells good, though.
Oh yeah, he's got gleaming white teeth. He's got teeth like Regan.
Yeah.
So yeah, brilliant start to the morning.
I am no good with dog shit at all. I literally can't stand it. It's like one of my worst things. My dog, if he ever does that, he's literally, I can't go near it.
Really? You've got a little dog as well, haven't you?
Yeah. He's good. Obviously, older now. He don't really do it very often. He's learnt his lessons, but yeah, I'm no good at it at all.
Are you not?
No, or anything like that. I remember, I'll tell you for a quick funny story, non-fishing related. We're sort of fishing related. When me and Aris and I think I might have told you this, when Rick went to Florida tarpon fishing, what we always used to do, the sort of penultimate night, we'd go down into Key West and have a proper night out to sort of finish the trip off.
Yeah,
really nice. Used to book a cheap Airbnb, just go out, get drunk, get back late.
I think you have told me this.
Anyway, so we've done that. We've got in at like, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. We had to be up at 6 the following morning to drive back to the air. Stupid idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've done this and we walk of shame in, like the old going out shirt on, all untucked and that, walk into the car. We're all drunk, not talking like you don't. We're looking for some breakfast. Rick's got these like, he wears some very questionable fashion anyway. He's got like these big loafers on that look like they're like next size up for him as well. Like
quite
big.
Short as well.
He's quite short. Yeah. Anyway, he's walking along, not looking where he's going, and he's trudging in the absolute freshest dog turd you could ever see. And I'm not joking. Me and Harrison barking it. He must have slid 20 feet where he's trying to correct himself. So his one leg is right out and he's just going along like an ice skater. And of course, me and Harris are laughing, but at the same time going, you can imagine like half chundering and half laughing. It's like one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. So funny. But yeah.
Love it.
Mate, it's made me feel sick already.
Yeah,
I've got the worst gag reflex ever.
Have you?
Oh, mate, yeah. My little boy is like ridiculous.
Can you just make the noise and get him going?
Yeah.
Oh, he don't like it.
Yeah, no, he hates it.
He's got that for the old man.
Well, he's got a thing with carp slime.
Oh,
Like,
right.
I go, pick it up. He went, I can't. And I went, don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
Pick it up. He went, I went, it's a fucking £30 to pick it up. And he's going,
He's going to love it. He's going to hate you if he listens to this.
You will enjoy fishing.
Yeah.
You're going. You're working here and you're going.
Yeah.
And that's that. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, good stuff.
Funny enough, we're sort of going around. I took my boy fishing this week as well, down to Northwick.
Yeah.
Cole kindly says when I'm down there, he can put one of his rods out. So I've had a bite the first evening, So then managed to get 2 rods into that zone. And he had a bite at 11:30 on the last night. I'm like, Fred, that's your rods. So I've gone down there.
Not with his little 6-footer.
No, he's got 10-foot Kaizens.
He's gone to pick up. That could be a 50. Off. Shoved him out the way. I mean, yeah.
As I've got to the rod, it stopped bleeping. I'm just looking at the bobbin and just saw it like a stow just crept up to the top, tip pulling down. I'm like, yes. So I've picked it up. He's getting himself ready. He's come down. You have to walk quite a way at the minute because the water's down. And just as he's got behind me, I've put a bit of pressure on it. Didn't feel the fish at all. Just felt his lead skipping across the bottom. I'm like, Fred, it's come off, mate. He just looked at me in the dark and went, I'm going back to bed. Just wanted, because I thought, I said to Dovey when I went, imagine if he catches the 50 pounder. I will not hear the end of it.
Great chance as well, I reckon. If you continue taking him,
that'd be absolute magic.
It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? We'll get him
it would be incredible.
We've only got one entry this week.
Freddie Spooner.
Full screw. We've actually got him in.
Obviously, you're hoping to get a ticket on there next year. I did catch one of the old guards yesterday morning. I had a fish called Cassius, £41.
Nice.
It was nice. I just wanted to get a nice picture with me boy, and I did. I've given him a picture. This is probably the best of them. It was one of, when you get a fish up, every time you write it, they do something. Yeah. I mean, that's not that bad.
It's a big old bruiser.
Yeah,
how big was it?
£41.
Wow.
Look at Freddie's face. He's like.
Well, I reckon we'd been there for a few minutes trying to get a picture, and it got to the point. I sent it to Kev last night, and he was like, "Fred looks impressed."
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a very strong sock game.
Strong sock.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah,
Crocs and socks.
Looks really annoyed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was fuming.
Was he fuming that you caught one and he didn't?
No,
or you knocked his one off rather.
Yeah, well, I said it might have been a 50, Fred. What do you expect me to do? What was really nice, though, we don't get a lot of time to go fishing together now. We used to go lots when they were much younger, but as they've got older, he
hates you now, doesn't he?
He doesn't like me much, but it's football.
Yeah.
Football training, football matches. So we've just done 48 hours. He's caught nothing, and he's working out when we can go again. So that's quite nice.
Yeah, good.
I've made a point of never forcing it, because I think if you really, really force it, at some point I'll just go, I'm not going anymore. Yeah. So he wants to go again, so I want to...
He goes, should we go back here? And he goes, no, do you know, there's a lovely place down the bottom of the road. It's got some 20-pounders in it. We'll go there. Yeah. I'm not risking that. No, brilliant.
Yeah, good.
You've been out as well, Damo, haven't you? You've had one?
I've had a few trips, yeah. I can't actually remember if we spoke about this before, but I caught one out of Brook Lake, which was a fish called... Wood carving,
said,
really nice in the middle of the night, 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Dovey come and done your photos?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Look at it. We're looking at a match shot here of an absolute worldie.
Yeah. You have to justify it though. That the rule on the lake is you can't do your own photos.
You can't do your own photos, no. Which I would have done, but I was fanning around and that, and I just thought I'll just take a picture of it.
And you can't retain them either, can you?
I think you keep in the net. But Jerry was opposite me. It's 3 a.m. I ain't walking round to wake anybody up to take a picture of a carp.
I agree.
Unless it's the big one or something.
I was going to say, I reckon you'd have walked around quite fast if Bully was in the boat.
I would have just shouted.
Yes.
But really nice carp.
Lovely carp.
I was sort of just, get the rod back out and you might get another chance.
Yeah.
Caught one from there.
Nice.
Then me and the boy went down to a little syndicate lake near where we live. I can't remember if I had 4 or 5, up to £28.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know about that trip.
Yeah,
no. That's the lake I know about.
Yeah. It's that was all night action. It was quite cold, clear. Sorry, not clear. Very dark night. Just regularly just get a bite, put another kilo bait out, and I just kept catching them.
Isn't that quite unlucky to have that many and the biggest be 28?
Yeah, I reckon they were the 4 or 5 smallest carp in the lake.
Yeah.
That's when you'd gone a couple of weeks before and had a bit of a mare, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
That was ages ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's a proper nightmare fishing.
Yeah, I remember that.
I ain't doing that again.
Did you get back in the same sort of area? Was you?
No, I was fishing out in open water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was nice, really.
No dramas then.
Nice fishing, yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
What about you, Radio? We
Tales from the Thames.
Tales from the Thames. Yeah, I've been blanking quite well. I think I've probably done.
That might be why I've not heard you talk about it.
Probably is, to be fair.
There's been no Insta posts, has there?
No, there's been nothing. So I basically, I think I've talked about this. So I've moved from the spot I was having them through the summer, down into where I think I'm going to have them in the water. I think in the autumn. I think what I've got going on now, I think I've said to both of you, is we need some rain. Obviously, we've had a little bit this week, but at the moment it's still. There's hardly any flow. And
bit
stale. There's some flow. It's fairly clear. It's more where I'm thinking I'm going to have them in the autumn is a bit of a funnel where when the river picks up the flow, it's going to gun down and then it's going to push across and be drawn over the weir, and then to the left of me is almost going to be like a big basin out of the flow,
right,
which I think they're going to be able to drift from the flow out and be in a safe environment, then come across, and I'll be able to catch them on the edge of the flow. But I think until I can see that happening with the river and the flow and everything, I think I'm not wasting my time there. I'm still baiting it, I'm still fishing it, but I just don't think they're there in numbers, and if I'm not there for long periods of time, obviously I'm not going to catch them. But I think they will end up being there, and sounds a bit weird, but I think they could end up getting stuck there when the rain really comes and the river picks up. So hopefully I should have some like big success when we've had a bit of rain, which obviously normally on the river is the kiss of death and it's game over. So I'm quite lucky that I'm going to have an opportunity there, because normally when that flow picks up...
We've had a fair bit of rain the last week or so.
Well, yeah, it just takes ages to sort of come down and stay consistent. Of every winter, the river starts gunning. Like for perch fishing and stuff, it normally always gets ruined from sort of mid-November, and then you're done until just before the
nice perch and all.
It has, yeah. But I think it's just... What is nice about it, though, is I think I've got a real chance of catching something in the winter, the proper winter there. Which
that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it would be.
Everywhere's
not far off now, brother. We like November in a couple of days.
No, I think that leads us in, doesn't it? Obviously, we've had the clocks change, which is obviously significant in our game. Normally,
that's a pivotal point of the year for us, isn't it? Like it's selling fishing tackle, because generally it's like it shelves off, doesn't it? And people seem to stop going or stop buying.
It stops a lot of the overnight anglers, doesn't it?
It does. Well, it is a bit of a ball ache, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But I think now, like you touched on earlier, Damo, we don't get really cold winters. If you can just get used to setting up in the dark and maybe even packing away in the dark, even if you do it up until Christmas, there's some proper bonus fish to be caught.
Well, we've talked about this before, and it might have even been way back when we first started this podcast, about how that prep you can do earlier on in the year can just pay you back so much now. Like those mapping out swims and getting wraps and writing all this information down. Like when I think back to any syndicates I've fished through quite late, like into December, you've normally always got a bit of a guide. You end up in a swim and you think, well, you know 20 or 18 and a half at that tree is a good area, and as long as you've got some good
got to keep going, haven't you? If you keep going, you work it out. You can see them. They if you're awake at night, you can hear them jumping out. You can soon work out where they are. And the people I know who fish all through the year, they're always catching.
Yeah, that's right. Keeping the bait trickling in. I think another thing as well, that the lead up to the clocks changing, when I know I don't do that many overnighters anymore, but when I used to, the period before the clocks change were the most annoying, because you'd leave work and you knew you had probably 45 minutes. So you felt like you were really racing to get there in the fading light. Once you know it's dark, there's no rush. Like you said, you're better off getting there, trying to hear something, and comes back to your swim map. And if you find the area they're in, check your notes, you know how many wraps you've got to cast to or whatever. And you can fish very effectively, very quickly.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, that's a mindset thing, because if you think about how many times you've caught a carp on a rechuck in the middle of the night,
it's always the rechuck.
It's no different, is it?
No,
it's literally no different to turn up. But you don't look at it like that. You think,
of course you don't,
because you've got them out set in the light. I could think of so many successful captures or sessions where it has been the some where it has been the rechuck that's done the bite.
I agree.
It does happen. I don't know. What do you think puts people off the most about going when it gets cold?
Setting up in the dark.
I agree.
I think so,
yeah, but it's just
I like setting up in the dark.
Yeah,
there's like that air of expectation, and I know I've mentioned this before, but that spotlight is the absolute game changer for fishing and setting up in the dark.
Yeah,
for rebaiting and all the rest of it. Your hand-eye coordination, because of the light on the rocket, and with the your far bank marker, it's like you're casting out in daylight. Your brain thinks it's daylight. That's how it works. That's how I can describe it. And you're just putting it out there where you would be fishing anyway.
And you're not questioning it. You know it's right.
There, and you're on it. And it's like an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
And if you're not using them, you are at a severe disadvantage.
Yeah, why haven't you used one then?
Don't know. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Just haven't got round to putting one on. It sounds silly.
Just make your own. 3-volt, little 3-volt battery, LED, buy them on Amazon, some amalgamating tape, and just make your own, and they cost you about 50p, if that. And they last for 5 days. Look at the battery power. It's not worth fanning around taking them apart. Just put one on. It's on. and I use it, and it's like an absolute game changer.
Right, okay. You heard it here
first.
Many times, but
many times. No one listens.
No, they don't. What I think it's this style of angling you do as well, Spoons, isn't it? I know you this time of year, I don't know, we talk about this, and I'm sure you will, about whether you're normally on a syndicate or anything. You normally do flit about a bit now, don't you?
Yeah, so historically, if I'm on a syndicate, like Damo is on Brook at the minute, then I'll just carry on. I'll keep the bait trickling in, and either, it's when I've, in the past, been targeting particular carp. I haven't done that for a little while. Now, where I don't have my teeth into a syndicate, I like to go to places like Burners. I'm going to be spending a bit of time at Norton through the winter because there's a lake up there for every occasion. They've all got big uns in now. I mean, even Hodgetts, which has been known as the runs water, that's done a couple of 40-pounders in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So...
it was a 50 out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pettits has done a 50 as well. Add it at 26.
Yeah.
Doesn't count, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't count, no.
But yeah, so I'm going to... I like to get bites. That's why I've always gone fishing over the years. I like to be at a lake, no matter the time of year, and think there's something I can do where a bite feels achievable. And somewhere like Norton, somewhere like Burners, some of these day ticket lakes which do have perhaps more carp per acre than a syndicate might do, I'd rather spend my time there and you can sort of go there with the bailiff's information and put yourself into a good area and give yourself a very good chance of a bite in the absolute coldest of weather, and then you pack up and you go home happy.
Yeah.
That's how I tend to approach it at the minute. What's your plans?
Same thing. I mean, the thing with fishing at Brook, you can't bait up really, and it doesn't make
it's too busy, isn't it?
Too busy, and I can't get down there enough. So I'm going to do that. I'm also just going to have a few sessions with the boy, probably over Lion Brook and the other lakes, just because he loves being out, and we can go down the brook with him.
Yeah.
But
it's not the same though, is it?
It's not the same. No. But going back to that, you only need maggot and caster and a pineapple pop up, and you can catch a carp, can't you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
in whatever weather.
Not at Norton Disney.
No.
Well, Dovey probably will be, won't he?
Yeah, Dovey will.
He'll have casters and maggots.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really good point. I think venue. I think when you get a lot of people that say, "Oh no, I don't bother this year," they're just on syndicates and stuff that never ever even entertain going to have a random couple of nights on a Norton or I think as soon as they've done it once and see the results you can have, I think it's something that will just end up being part of your angling every year.
Yeah, like give me string pulled sometimes.
Yeah, but that's I totally agree.
I've never really understood that. Like the guy, there's so many people now that reel in now, and that is it. You won't see them now until the spring, until the sun start coming up.
Yeah, that's normally the first. That's you say we've got a catalyst at this time of year for people stopping going, and that is definitely the clock's changing.
Yeah.
Then that Easter weekend, no matter when it falls, they've got 4 days off a lot of the time, Sunday through to the Friday through to the Monday.
Yeah.
And that is one of the busiest weekends on all the lakes up and down the country. And again, I think if they get out at that time of year, they're then back in the habit and they're going all the time.
Yeah.
If that weekend coincides with good weather, we know we'll have a really busy week here in the lead up to it, a really busy week after, and there'll be lots and lots of carp caught.
It's like you just said, Spoons, about we don't really get cold winters now. I mean, I've got a trip mid to late November over at Carp Arena, and then normally I probably wouldn't have entertained a trip at that time of year. I thought it might end up being frosty and horrible and cold, but it just doesn't happen now, does it? This is likely to be 18 in the day as it is to be 7 in the day, isn't it? Like definitely. You just do not know what you're going to be faced with.
What lake you going
on? Rosemere.
Oh, you're going there.
Oh, yeah, nice. On, yeah. Again, when we booked it, I was at Dunfish that time of year, and I think Burgess had been over the year before, and it had been like cat ice on it, and he'd had
that's right
10 or 12 carp.
He was Mark Cav, didn't he?
Yeah, they come out, don't they?
Yeah.
You haven't got to think about it. We just don't. I don't know what you think, Damo. We don't get the autumn now is so extended, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really long, isn't it?
It feels like autumn still in December now, doesn't it? All the time.
I mean, we're nearly November, and if I look in the garden, there's still roses on the, and there's the trees haven't really gone that brown. There's still apples on the trees. It's like
he's like that. Cut me a couple of them. I'll have them in for the wife.
But it's just, it's just gone on and on and on.
It has, yeah.
No, it's good. No, I think any advice, if we could give any advice to anyone out there that's thinking of shutting it down now the clocks have gone back,
don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Just find somewhere. Yeah. Just go fishing.
I think we give Matt a little plug on Embryo Game. I think we mentioned it last week. We obviously had a guy win that ticket, but there's a lot of things now like what they're doing with the winter tickets as well. 300 quid for unlimited fishing. So you could literally pick your windows then, couldn't you? If you know it's going to be lovely over one weekend.
And you will have the lakes to yourself, won't you?
The majority of the time. The weekends will still be busy at Norton. Not. It won't be full for the winter. It never is. But if you're able to angle your fishing around midweek, you could have your pick of your lake, almost pick of the swims.
Like Fareham talking in the last podcast, and during the week you've got this time of year you've got the lakes to yourself.
Without a doubt, yeah.
It's well worth the effort.
Could be one of the biggest edges. Let's just go round then and give some. Let's start with a bait one, Spoons. What bait one would you say do not go without if you're going to go and have a 48-hour session?
All right, let's take, because Damo's right what he says with naturals. If a lake is allowed naturals this time of year, that October, November, December, I think the carp are harvesting naturals, harvesting bloodworm, whatever they might be doing. And if you're not replicating or trying to, it can be very, very tough. But there are a number of waters that don't allow that, the likes of Norton Disney. And my two, if you like, go-to is some sort of boilie crumb, normally sell, and without doubt, sweet corn.
Oh, you just said exactly what I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet corn, mate. They just eat it and eat it and eat it.
So what sort of, on that then, for people that are just hearing that sweet corn, they eat it and eat and eat, what would you be happy to put out, if it being 7 degrees, someone's going for a 48-hour session?
So I'd talk it as if I was going to Berners or Norton, so I'd fish them very similarly. I'd be putting 15 midi-X bombs out of that mix with a load of smart liquid in, just so you've got a lot more flavour and taste about without actually putting loads more food in. 3 rods over the top, and as I always do, play around with the hook baits until you find the one they really want.
What about you, Dan? It's very similar.
He's nailed it. Yeah, I don't use the smart liquid, but the chop cell, sweet corn, pineapple over the top. They're
proven winners.
Winner chicken dinners, aren't they?
What about rig wise and kit wise? Obviously, there always used to be that. Obviously, it's not a myth, but people used to find stuff down, didn't they? As the water got clearer and we got into the colder months, they might drop the hook size down, the diameter down of the main line, and it's always been a bit of a thing, hasn't it?
I think you will get more bites. I think we are all guilty of fishing too heavy for sure, but it depends where you're fishing and what you're fishing for. If you're fishing weedy lakes. With big ends and all,
you can't
go down that light. When you talk about like going back, Richie used to use £6 silk cut, £6 Maxima for his hook links and £8 mainline, and he was fishing on all those lakes at Yateley. He caught all the big ones on that, and that is, you wouldn't probably go tench fishing with that.
No, you wouldn't now, would you?
No.
Which is mad, isn't it? And you caught all them big carp from Longfield, from Yateley and all the rest of it. So we are definitely more guilty of fishing too heavy, and I think we would actually catch more if we could fish lighter, but we just don't.
I think it probably come from working in the tackle shop. I always felt that the finding downside, when I looked at it, I got it from a match angling point of view, because if you're fishing a pole rig or you're fishing a conventional waggler, you've got a line going straight through the water column. Yeah. But I could never buy into it, and I don't do it. That rig laying on the deck, if I've got £25 boom out or £15 boom, a size 4 hook or a size 8 hook, I can't get it in my head that it would make a difference. But I think you're right. I think if I played around with it a little bit more and did start to have a play, you might see.
I think I've seen it. There was a guy called Steve Eves. He's still fishing. Yeah. I rate him in the top 5 anglers I've ever seen fishing. And
where would I be in that? Just interest, asking for.
Well, you ain't even on the bottom of the list.
Fine.
But
you ain't on the bottom. Christ, that's when you're in trouble. You're not at the bottom.
Whenever I watch Steve fishing in layer pits and places like that, he would catch way more, like 10 times more than everybody else. And he was finding everything down, using ultra sharp hooks, changing his baits. He used to believe that, I'm sure he still does, that he would have like a semolina based bait, he'd have a protein bait, and he would have I think he had a particle, but he would have 3 different baits, and he used to think that, quote me if I'm wrong, Steve, but at different parts of the day the carp would have different dietary requirements, and he believed that those baits worked at different times better than other baits.
Really?
So, and he was using things like marzipan in the winter, which was water soluble, and he catches loads, mate. So if you put the effort in and try these things, they definitely work. But
perhaps Norton will give me a chance.
But he was all for finding down.
Right. Okay.
He's an old wheel boy. They used to use £1 Dacron, didn't they?
Yeah.
Back in the day, they used to break it about 5, I think. Little tiny Lee and door hooks, long hook links, and all that. if it works for you, then crack on.
I've got a couple of mates like that. I mean, the only thing I would say about those, they used to lose quite a few more, didn't they, back in the day? Even though they're getting a lot more bites, they would lose a lot more. I feel.
Do you not think you get a really good hook hold with little hooks?
I think you do.
I always think of my floater fishing because the thought of putting anything above a size 10 mixer hook on.
Yeah.
And like you say, they are nailed. I know you're striking and you are setting the hook yourself, but you're right. They ain't coming out.
They ain't coming out.
No.
If you're fishing a lake with like it's open water, you can afford to fine right down. I think you would get more bites for sure. I mean, on the underwater film, like when I went from Steve's setup to my setup, it looks like I'm using an anchor with chain on my go-to rig, and Steve's setup is completely invisible. So, and it does make a difference.
Oh, it massively makes a difference. Like I said, I've got a mate who's the same thing. And the minute, even if I wasn't fishing with anything that heavy, if it was like a 6 wide gape and I don't know, some £20 or £15.
£20? That sounds mental, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But
it's accepted. You think nothing of it.
Yeah, but I'd show him that, and he'd go, "Oh Christ, is that for sharks or whatever?" And a bit of a laugh about it. And he'll have £10 Maxima, soft hair, a little bit of silicone, and it'd be like a B175, a 10 or an 8. And that's all you need.
That £10 Maxima. I used to do £6, £7, £8 Maxima at layer pits with a size 8 or 10 hook, and I remember looking at using 12 and thinking, I'm not using that.
Yeah,
that is so thick. Yeah. You use it now, and you put
that ain't big enough.
No.
But it's own. All these things are only the abrasion resistance, aren't they? You can't break them. You're not going to break them. You're not going to break them, are you? £10 line is strong.
Almost in a fishing situation, just a straight pull, you can't break it.
Yeah, you can't beat fishing like that. If you've got, like you say, 2 3/4 rods, £10 main line, light hook link, small, everything about it's almost like catered for playing carp, isn't it? It's lovely.
I'll have a play at Norton. Get on somewhere like Hodgetts where you're on them.
Yeah,
it will be very obvious if it's making a difference.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to keep this one short, lads. As we say, we've got Tom missing. We were going to talk all about the dirt.
We haven't missed him, have we?
Not really.
We haven't at all.
No.
But we will have him back because the stories of that are quite good. So we'll give him that one, and then maybe we get him out again.
Get him gone.
Love that. So everybody, if you're thinking about getting out fishing, don't think. Get out there and do it. Take advantage of the fact the banks are going to be quieter. Get on the sweet corn and get on the marzipan.
Yeah.
Get on the marzipan.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers, boys.